Hello, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And welcome to
There's Something Wrong with the Elizabeths.
Alright, so I said that what I wanted to do with this next viewing was just like sit back and just like let the movie wash over me and not like think too much about it or analyze it too much. And then last minute we decided, because we're getting to the 24-hour mark.
Yeah.
We decided to have the second to last viewing be with this commentary by David Schmader. Because it's like, oh, if we're going to do the commentary, we should do it now, because I don't want to have to cut it off at the 24-hour mark. And
which actually, now with the timing, we might finish as we're hitting the 24-hour mark, which is cool.
I loved it. I love this man. He's great.
I want to invite him to watch it with us. I loved it too. I wanted more of him.
Yeah, I wish he talked more.
Yeah, he was really deferential to the film, so he'd be like, "Oh no, watch this scene," and it's like, I've seen this scene
like, oh, I've seen
a million times.
I've been seeing it all day. All night.
I want to hear what you have to say about it.
Yeah, no, I wanted to hear his commentary on like basically everything. Yeah. I found it to be very validating. You know, I felt like there were a lot of things that he said that we were like, yes, yes. Everyone is in love with her. It is, yeah. I mean, it's, and just, yeah, and yeah, how it's like, because he even mentioned, and one thing that I'm going to say it was one of many, I didn't think I was going to be able to come up with a spotlight for this, this viewing, but one of the ones that he pointed out to me was the use of mirrors. Like, there's a very early scene that is staged so beautifully. It's like crystal and a mirror of crystal and another mirror of crystal and another mirror of crystal. There's like 4 crystals, and there's Molly, and she's in one mirror, and then she moves to the other mirror, and then there's Nomi, and like it works so well. And he's like, look at how well this is set up, but for what? Yeah. Like, and that's what we've been saying, is that this movie, it has
really well put together.
It's a tight movie. Yeah. Like, there's not plot holes, really. It's tight. It's just why. Like, what is it tight for? You know, that rape scene is so brutal, and but so why? Pointless. What does it say?
Why?
It's so pointless. Like, just, I feel like they were like, we want to show that women suffer. And it's like, okay, but why did you want to show that, and why like this, and just like why to everything?
Well, and like we've been spending the whole night and yesterday, like the whole 24 hours, reading in a lot of subtext, you know? Reading in a lot of subtext. She's a superhero. Gina Gershon's a figment of her imagination. She eats the hamburgers to like cement deals with herself. Like all this subtext. And like, what if there's just not any?
I've been taking shots of Red Bull to keep me awake, and now my heart is like, so.
What if there's not any subtext? What if there's no meaning? What if there's no God to Showgirl?
Yeah. According to David Schmader, this was another validating thing. Was when he talks about the show, it was different from what the trivia track was saying about the show.
Yeah, the trivia track was so confusing. Yes.
Like, she shows up and shows them how to be coordinated in love. And
yeah, because we were thinking that every single one of the things in Goddess is the goddess appears in a time of violence and teaches everyone to love. Because as soon as she's there, everyone starts fucking.
And love is another form of violence.
It is in the show.
In this movie.
In the show within a show.
When Elizabeth Berkley loves you.
Oh my god.
Aww.
Have we talked about my unending love for Goddess?
No, I don't think we've addressed.
Every single time. Every single time. I have just emphasized how much I would watch this show.
She would.
I would pay money. Actually, my birthday's coming up, and I was saying, like, this is where we would go. We would all get dressed up and go to Goddess for my birthday, and no one would be taking it seriously, and then there would be me going,
yeah.
Yes, yes, do it again.
And I would pay money as a good friend and go, and people would be like, why, like Robert would be like, why are we doing this? And be like, just shut up and just go, okay, it makes her happy, like, just fucking do it, alright? And Elizabeth would be beside herself. She'd be so excited.
I keep watching, just like I was talking about, I wanted the waterfall scene to be different. I keep watching this and hoping there will be more of Goddess in this movie.
Someday.
And there never is. But,
okay, so we have watched this 9 times now.
mm-hmm.
What answers, what questions are still unanswered for you? What do you hope to gain from this final viewing?
You know, there's really not that many solid plot things that are unanswered. I will say, what happened to Drew, the person that was there before Nomi?
Yeah, because we actually
and we actually see someone in that space before her, which we're assuming is Drew.
Why the name is Drew?
Oh, Drew Barrymore was up for the role of Nomi, but then found the subject matter to be offensive.
How? Yeah, all right.
Oh, okay, sure. So the name Drew is removed from the mirror before Nomi.
But we do see an actual person sitting in that spot. And what happened to her? What happened to Drew?
And no one ever discusses it. What happened to the lead of the show
Drew,
before Crystal?
She did the boat show, or like something like nothing. There's nothing there.
Oh, that was my shining light this time. Was that we came up with the phrase "not my first boat show."
Not my first boat show.
Not my first boat show, because it's not Nikki's first boat show.
It's not Nikki's first boat show.
Nikki knows what's up.
She's like, shit, he's here. Now the real boat show starts. It's not my first boat show.
Now the real boat show can begin. But yeah, also, Caesar Singh, I briefly Googled this. I'm going to Google it more. Caesar singing, what is this? We meet Caesar. It's not that impressive.
I have that in my notes. I have written from several viewings ago that we just never got around to saying. I have written, hearing Caesar sing equals letdown.
Yeah. Huge letdown.
2 people mentioned, have you heard Caesar sing? Have you heard it?
You're gonna love it.
And then he sings one bar of the one and only beautiful girl in the world. And it's like, alright.
And then he puts a crown on her head. And she does love it because it's all about her.
It's all about her.
But
one of our guests from earlier, Greg, had the theory that like Caesar is like just like a local homeless guy. We don't pay him money. We don't tell him. It just happens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I mean, what else could it be? This isn't a professional singer. Like, it's a huge letdown.
No. Do you have any other
one question
questions?
that's actually a question in the movie is, he says, what's your name? And she says, Nomi. And his response, which is apt to make sense, is, what kind of name is Nomi?
Yeah, I like it.
What kind of name is that? It's not a fucking name. That's the answer. It's Naomi.
Which would make sense.
Yeah,
that's a fake name that exists in the world that you can pick.
It's a sexy fake name.
Yeah.
Naomi. I like it. Nomi is, and we discussed this earlier, there is a thing with the writer's wife.
Yeah,
her name's Naomi, but her nickname is Nomi, and that's cutesy. But there's also, she says like over and over, like, he's like, I see you, and she's like,
you don't know me.
And you're like, oh,
is that
you
where
don't
it came
know
from?
me.
And then Malone is like alone.
And it's
what
like,
does this mean?
It's like simultaneously this movie trying really hard and also not giving a single fuck. Like, just, it's trying and yet getting nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your English teacher in middle school is happy, but this movie sucks. Like, so that's what I've got. You told me your spotlight? Did you?
Yeah, my spotlight was oh wait, not my first boat show. It was gonna be Mom Jeans Vest Lady.
Oh yeah, we have not mentioned her.
We have not mentioned Mom Jeans Vest Lady.
Paint you a picture. We open on a sea of people, trendy, fun, young, dancing people, and you see a bright bit of pink, which is Nomi dancing. But look away, because it's not worth it. Like the bright lights of Vegas, it promises a lot and delivers nothing.
Left, or like lower left hand side. Mm-hmm. There's this woman in her probably mid-30s, dressed in bright blue mom jeans and like this black and gold vest, and she's got something in her hair, and she is going for it.
She is.
She's
dancing with a guy.
She is dancing way better than
she
No
met
Name.
at the convention.
Yeah.
She's in town for.
She's in town for a sales convention. She's got 2 kids at home. She left a frozen lasagna for her husband. They have plenty of dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets. And she is going to dance.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to feel young,
Yes.
which she hasn't done since he knocked her up in high school.
Yeah. Yeah, tonight is her night.
Yeah.
You know?
And Mom Jeans Vest Lady is rocking it.
Mom jeans and vest.
Mom Jeans Vest Lady. Once you see her, you will never unsee her. She is beautiful.
She is beautiful.
She's so happy.
And Nomi is such a piece of shit. Bright piece of fucking shit. I have a question too that never really gets answered, but I guess it does because he gets a woman pregnant. So it's not really a question, but it is, does James know what sex is? Because he says, man, I saw you.
And he has a pussy
you
problem.
fucked him and her. And it's like, no, I didn't. I really didn't.
Well,
Were
he says you
fine?
fucked him without fucking him.
Yeah, but then he mentions AIDS. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's not how AIDS works.
Oh, it's so confusing.
I have a whole list of things that this movie doesn't know how they work. This movie doesn't know how college works. They don't know how AIDS works. Not transferable through lap dances. I don't think they know how sex works because James seems confused. Also, he talks about AIDS and then it's like, okay, you got her pregnant. Were you using protection?
Yeah.
Mr.
And also,
Judgy?
how do they know she's pregnant? Because they've been sleeping
like
together like a week.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe a week. Maybe.
They don't know how periods work.
No.
It's not like you're a slug. She's she's like, I had my period. You didn't want me to bleed all over the stage, did you? And it's like, that's not really what happens when you're on your period. It's important that people understand that. James sticks his hand in her pants at one point to check, like a dipstick, to see. And it's like, is she wearing a pad? Is he like checking
Can he
it?
feel the pad?
He looks at his fingers as if
Is she wearing a tampon and the tampon is overflow? Or
are these her period pants?
And she just throws them away. Or leaves them to Molly and wash them because it looks like she does all the work around the house.
I think one of our guests, Emma, had the theory that she invented Thinks pants before
It's giving her
Thinks.
so much credit.
It is.
So much credit.
They also don't know how kissing works. And most offensively, they do not know how strip clubs work. Al gets really upset with her for not being on time and for not showing up, and they talk about how they're gonna fire you, and it's like, no.
She's an independent contractor.
They have no reason to you see how many women there are working in this club? They can always find another woman willing to take off her clothes for exorbitant amounts of money. This is Vegas, baby. There's no schedule. There's no they don't pay.
Yeah, I'm on
them.
early tonight. She says at some point,
yeah, I'm on early tonight. I'm on an early it doesn't matter.
Because you decided to be.
They're not gonna fire you. They don't pay you. And at one point, he tells Penny, sweet and good and beautiful Penny.
Oh, perfect Penny.
He's like, if you want to last longer than a week, you'll give me a blowjob. Al says this. And it's like, go to another strip club. Because that's not a thing.
And it's Vegas. You
It's
can go
Vegas.
to any other strip club. She's not
That's
in
the
some
thing.
tiny little town.
If you're
where
in
this
Des
is
Moines, Iowa, or Mineola, Texas, or some shit, maybe. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But you can go get a job somewhere else like that. She is cute. She is perfect. She's wonderful. She's a good girl. She can go get a job stripping anywhere else in Vegas.
Anywhere.
And
it
you don't
seems
have to put up with that.
Yeah, everyone that hears that she's working at the Cheetahs has nothing but contempt for the place. And there's definitely strip clubs where it's like, oh no, yeah, that's a classy place. You're aware, that's
Right.
one of the better ones. So this isn't even the best strip club in town, and if you get kicked out of here, no one will take you. It's So they say they went to Vegas and they interviewed strippers and all that. What I think they did is went to Vegas and sat in a strip club and said, this is our research. Because it's so much of a male fantasy that no one tips her.
Yeah.
She dances
and
does not get paid.
She is scary.
Yeah. But that's the whole, and if you really want to show this as degrading, imagine showing her on her knees picking up money.
Yeah.
That, we could make that into a very degrading scene. I'm not
and
saying it's
looking
degrading.
at the dollars and being like,
Yeah, I'm not saying it's degrading in and of itself, but
No,
if they wanted to, they can make it very degrading.
Yeah, there's
but
an
they never
argument
show
to be
it.
made. They just don't make it very well.
Because they want to show that strippers are there to dance for you, and you don't have to do anything about it unless you want a private dance.
Yeah.
Because there are people in that scene that do have some money, but it's nothing like any strip club I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So.
Which I've never been in a Vegas strip club. Have you been in a Vegas strip club? I don't know if
I
they
have
tip
not.
a lot on stage or what the deal is.
No.
I don't know.
It's so confusing. So we have questions still. We're 9 showings in and we still have questions. All right, let's start the last one. Yay! We are still friends.
We're still friends.
We are. Look, we're still
holding hands.
friends.
We're still friends.
There was a brief moment where I was like, shit, we might not be.